discussed in Congress. And let me be clear, there is no place in our military for sexual harassment or sexual assault, period. More must be done to address not only these issues directly, but also the way they are reported and the way they're investigated. Our discussion today will better inform my work to support legislation that keeps soldiers safe while maintaining good order and discipline. A diverse suite of opinions is critically important to ensure that we are putting forth the best solutions. I'll close with this before taking your questions. Today, another congressional delegation led by senior Democrats is on Fort Hood. I hope their visit does not become another opportunity to fixate on this installation's setbacks while ignoring the prevalence of concerning trends on military bases around the world. I hope that they do not once again use their time here to make political attacks on this community and further distract from the important work we have ahead of us and are doing. The things that made the news at Fort Hood this past year are not representative of the outstanding community or this post. The contributions that this base and the surrounding cities make to the state of Texas and our nation are truly awesome and in many cases unbelievable. We are proud of our Fort Hood community. We are proud to call it the Great Place. And I'm proud to represent Texas District 25. And I would say this to my colleagues too, it is okay to drink the water at Fort Hood. So thank you, and I look forward to your questions.
Roger Barryroy, Channel 6. Have you had a chance to read through the 15-6 investigation into Fort Hood, and what are your takeaways from the report you have?
Well, I haven't completed it, but our takeaway is that Fort Hood is very responsible. Fort Hood, frankly, can handle their issues. In many cases, we need to do better, but Fort Hood is better prepared to handle these issues and the other military surrounding bases than right now, I believe, bringing outside sources in, public sector, or whatever.
Another follow-up question on that. Do you support the Vanessa Guillen bill that's currently there?
No, I don't right now. It's not the bill that we need, and we're going to take further look at it.
David Bryant, Killeen Daily Herald. Lately, as King Shine could tell you, the market has been going way up to the roof. In fact, a lot of the housing around here is being appraised at much higher levels, which is causing all kinds of increases in rentals. Is there anything that's going to be done to help our soldiers be able to accommodate that?
Well, we need to. I mean, the market is the market. I mean, that's what makes America great, right, is the free market. But we need to accommodate our soldiers. We talked about that this morning, about many of their inabilities to find housing and so forth. As you know, we've got $500 million right now going under construction at the base on housing, which is a huge deal, as you're aware. But, you know, we need to take a look at what we pay our soldiers and so forth so they can frankly stay with the market in the areas they serve.
You talked about that it's safe to drink the water.
Yeah.
What is your message to soldiers and their families that say it's not safe on post and follow up to the Vanessa?
Well, my message is that none of us agree with what happened. I mean, there's nobody agrees with that. And a lot of people don't realize this is a city. I mean, there's people in Washington don't have a clue about Fort Hood. They don't, you'd say 55,000 people or whatever, they just can't believe that. This is a city. Cities have issues. But this community has joined together. We got law enforcement, we got former retirees to continue to make it better. And I think you tell the parents that you send your young son or daughter to Fort Hood, they're going to be protected, they're going to be loved, and they're going to grow. And we appreciate the ability for them to defend this country. I mean, it's a pretty simple message, just like another community would give.
Can you talk about more of the specifics of what you talked about during the roundtable earlier today? What are some key takeaways?
Well, I think we did talk about naming. Naming's a big deal here, and we want to make sure that we, and we will, take the aggressive stand on what the new name will possibly be at Fort Hood. We want the outside sources to listen to us rather than listen to them. I think they should listen to us. We want to make sure whatever a name change may happen, that it has a connection to Fort Hood, because we've got a lot of great people, as you know. We could all sit down and name many of them that impacted this great country and the world, that came right through Fort Hood and had an impact. But we want to make sure that it's done right, that the community has the say, not a say. We want the say in the naming of it, and we want a connection to Fort Hood for as down the road people can relate and they'll understand why this base was named after this person or this thing.
And what are some next steps on that front?
Well, we're going to get, my team will be getting with the commission. They've got 4 new members now to let them know that we want to be and should be a part of the discussion. We'll begin that when we get back to Washington. And there'll be a 2 or 3 year study, and we'll come up with at the end of the day, we'll come up with a name that we're all proud of.
Yeah, one more, sir. The Biden administration has been talking about flatlining the military's budget, and with all the...
They're flatlining everything right now.
Yes, sir. The problem is they're looking at taking all the money from modernization and stuff away from the maintenance of our vehicles.
Right.
We've had way too many accidents lately that
Right.
are useless, that have killed some of our soldiers and the Marines in the AAAV, et cetera. So what are we going to be done about making sure that we do keep those vehicles maintained so we don't have these useless accidents that take our soldiers' lives?
Well, you said it great, and the administration, in my mind, does not get it. They don't understand the military. The strength of our country is a strong military. And, you know, we have fought this with the Obama administration before. You know, we had to fight to get our motor pools and barracks and everything up to standard or improved, and we began to get it back with the Trump administration. But we're going to continue to fight for what we need here at the great place through motor pools and barracks. I get back to that and so forth, you know. But the flat line won't work because the world is not flatlining, okay? And we have to continue to make our presence, that we need to be the strongest military presence in the world, or this world's going to implode, I can tell you. And right here it starts at Fort Hood. So we're going to be fighting to make sure that it's not a flat line, that we see improvements in what we got, and we continue to supply our young men and women with the finest equipment in the world.
Time for one more if anybody has one.
Yes, ma'am.
You're making your 25 News. You say you don't support the hashtag I'm Vanessa Guillen
Right.
bill. Can you kind of elaborate on that, why you don't support it, and if
Yeah.
there will be any legislation coming from you to address sexual assault?
Well, we want to look at it. I mean, but there's issues in there that take too much, in my mind, take too much authority away from the military component and bring the private sector in, which I don't think is the way to do that. We have to talk about that. I don't personally think we need trial lawyers running around Fort Hood. I think we can take care of our business here, and we should. And so whatever bill, if there's a bill we end up sponsoring or supporting or whatever, it's going to have some components like that, rather than just pulling everything out of here and assuming we can't get it done. We can get it done, and we will get it done, and it already is beginning to get better.
So you're looking for more of a bipartisan effort to put something together?
Yeah, if we can find it. That's not, right now it doesn't seem to be an option in Washington, but I'd love to have a bipartisan. I think it should be bipartisan, where we all agree that this is the right thing to do for those that experience in it, and our military bases, and those that lead.
Thank you all.
Okay, thank
Appreciate
you a
it.
lot.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Good to see you always. Whoops, I'm beamed up here. I'm fixing.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate the time.